you see that, you find out. Tell me one thing. If any files is stored in your laptop, can I access through HTTP? No. But any files which is stored in your Google Drive, can I access through HTTP? Yes. Right? So Google Drive, the file object storage file, you want to store it, you want to access it, you need HTTP web browser. For block storage, you don't need. It's required that to be added in the instance level. I'm telling you at the high level, not getting into the nitty-gritty of what is a block storage, how it works, and all stuff like that. That's out of this topic. Object storage, Git repo is also object storage, by the way. Okay. Now network storage means what? NFS have you used? Anyone? Network file system, the files which can be accessible on the internet. I mean network. See, there's a difference between this one and this one. This one using HTTP. This one using your I mean, what do you say, console or whatever system, and this one using network. Okay. So NFS, anyone have set it up NFS, network file system? No? So you just try in offline. I'll share with you one blog which you can set up the network file system in your laptop also. See here. So you can set it up this one, network file system here. Okay, so check this out, these tutorials for network file system. So now in the AWS we have NFS also, and database means MySQL, Oracle, Postgres also. Okay, NoSQL, every sort of database you get it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a block storage, but what we call it in AWS, so we call it EBS. Okay, we'll have to remember that EBS. EBS means elastic block storage. Here, what we call it, object storage in AWS, S3, simple secure service. I think, if I'm not wrong. What we call it in AWS NFS, we call it EFS, elastic file service. Okay, and database depends on what database you want, RDS, non-RDS and all. So like that. So are you comfortable so far? Can I show you that demo?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, I'm going to play with the block storage. Look at my screen, all of you. So I should go to here, go to the EC2 dashboard. Okay, and after that, do you see this here, volumes, all of you? All of you?
Yeah.
So click on volumes. Guys, I'll create 2 volumes, okay? So create a volumes up to the 16 TB you can create. There's a type of volumes also. I'm not discussing too much. You get lost. Just select the first one default. How much GB? I need just for demo sake, so 10 GB is okay. Here you can specialize the IOPS, input output per second also, and here. Now guys, this option is important. So it's important. So here I will ask you few questions, okay? Understand this. This is a region. This is divided into 2 ages, okay? Ages 1 and ages Now you have 1 VMs here, 2 VMs here, 1 VMs here, 2 VMs here. Now I said very clearly, these edges are a separate physical locations. This edge is separate, so this is a separate. It's not only one place. Maybe let's say if you are staying in Mumbai, then one may be in Bandra and one in Worli. Maybe I'm just giving you just dumb way to say that. So same region means maybe one of the data centers you have. See, let's say when it's a Mumbai region, maybe you have a edges 1 in Bangalore, and maybe edges 2 somewhere in Mysuru or something like that. Or it can be in the same city also. We don't know that knowledge. But it should be separate physical location. Separate, I said separate physical location. But this connections is through the LAN. Okay. So far so good, right? All of you understood that, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Now question is, tell me one thing. Very simple questions. I'm creating 10 GB volumes. So what should be availability zone? Anyone have idea?
Closest to you.
Okay, probably you are not understanding the questions. So tell me one thing. Your EC2 instance is here. So your volumes should be here for this one. For this one I'm talking about. Okay. So volume should be here or it can be here. Tell me.
In the same AJ.
Same AJ. Why?
That's the standard architecture.
Yeah, so because if it's in different AJ, it will become a network file system. No, see the networking. Correct, na?
Yeah.
So it will not be block, it will be network. But I want what? Block. So mind it here. What I'm saying here is very simple statement. You create the storage for that instance. So make sure that you create in that availability zone only. The problem what we have right now is I don't know that instance which I created in which availability zone. I don't know. So I'm going to ask instance itself. Hey instance, I could have selected, hey, you create in this or that, but I did not bother while configuring it because I don't want it to show you that complexity. Right now I'm going to ask, hey, EC2 instance, please tell me which particular what do you say, which particular edges you are running right now. Okay, this UI really I don't like, but what to do? I cannot do anything. Networking. Did you get it? All of you? Windows, this one, see here, and now Linux, this one. So, you know, while creating itself, you could have selected which edges you want, but I didn't bother. Anything which is default, let it. Understood or not, guys, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'll go to the volumes again. This time I'll create a volumes, 10 GB, that's okay for time being. And here I'll create one for this one. And this one I will name it Linux and create it. Now you see that, see here, all these volumes we have seen is in use, but except last one, which is available, which is Linux. One more volumes, let me create it, 10 GB, just name it Windows, and I have to be this time in the B, create a volumes, refresh. Now see that here, under available. Simple. So now what I'm going to do, so you can select this Linux and you can go to the actions and you can attach also volumes. Okay, attach. Attach means I'll put it in a simple way. I don't know how many of you from the old schools, but I am from old school. So what you used to do, I used to go to, let's say I have a desktop, right? And desktop I'm having it, and then I used to go to SP Road and then buy a hardware, external hard disk. I mean extra hard disk, not external hard disk, extra hard disk. Then I used to get it, then attach it. Remember, attach to my desktop, and then format it, and then mount it. Do you remember this? Anyone have done it? I don't know how many of you have done it. And then use it. Mount in D drive, E drive, and something like that. Have you done it?
Yeah.
Same thing. It's the same thing, nothing different. See, creating a volume is just like a going SP Road and making it one disk available. After that, I'm going to attach it. After that, I'm going to format it, and then after that, I'm going to mount it. I'll show you this one. So this you can do this from here also, and you can reverse way also. You can go to the EC2 instance, attach volumes also. Any way you are comfortable. Attach volumes. Which instance? Of course, Linux. And where mounting? Let it be default. Attach. That's all. Attached. Now I'll go in reverse way. I'll do that. Click on this here. Go to the Windows. Select action. Look for somewhere where I can modify. Do you see somewhere? Network, I can do that here. User data, I don't want to do that. Sorry, by mistake I clicked on it. Windows, instance setting. I'm not getting here. I'm not getting here. It should be here, but I'll just search a little bit later. Go to volumes, Windows, and here action, attach. This time Windows. So Windows, where is that? See last one. Okay, and then this is the one, attach. That's all. So this is the attachment. I did this. So what is the next step? You have to do that. So after attachment, you have to first I'll do in Windows, so you'll have a visualizations. Okay. So in Windows, what do? You tell me. In Windows, do you remember the Fdisk option? Anyone remember? So this is the utility to format and all. See here, Fdisk. Options, I'm not getting it. See here, create and format hard disk partitions. So right now I have only C drive. See here, this is a C drive, and I have a 10 GB allocated, but it's not mounted. Let me show you the C drive, my computer. By the way, see here, my PC. See only C drives here. So what to do? So I have to click on this. Okay, I have to click on this, and now I have to. You see that here? I need to click new simple volume. Correct? All of you remember that? All of you? Yeah, but guys, it's not activated for me. Why? So the reason is, see here, this machine, this image has policies. Because of this policy, adding a storage is not allowed. Okay, adding a storage is not allowed. So what do you need to do? So you need to modify that policy, so you can do that. So how do you modify this policy? You can search in Google. I forgot that step actually. I did long back. Windows allow to add partition. Policy modifications. Okay, so here modify policy to add partition. Yeah. Yep. So yes, so just you have to modify permission. So how do you do that? I'm just checking out. Just a second. I should search for exact keyword. We'll get it quickly. The disk is offline because the policy is set by administrator. The disk is the disk is offline because of policy. The disk is offline. So this will be easier, and now you can modify that. Policy is a Windows machine. It's a Windows problem actually. So go to and change the policies. Okay, so I'm doing this. It's a Windows policy. Disk, here is the command, and after that they're saying, hey, run san and san policy. So run san and done. So that was a fix. Again, it's a Windows operating system problem. It's not a AWS problem. And after that, you should go and check this and let me refresh it. Where to? Still, do I need to restart these machines? Just a second. Now it's online. So probably you have to close this, open this. Disk should be okay. Still has not come. Let me see if it requires the restart. Yeah, I think it's required a restart. Okay, so I had these issues. Just a second. Let me check quickly if without restart, because restart will again kill my 5 to 7 minutes, and I don't want. So quickly, if I can make it. I'm scanning it one more time. Still not come. Okay, so I think I have to restart it. Okay, so let's do one thing. This I'll show you a little bit later. I'm going to restart this machine. I didn't want it to restart, by the way. So go ahead and this one, stop or restart. Anything you wanted. So meanwhile, till this it will come, this Windows machine with a new IP address, remember, or restart will not change the IP address, by the way. Yeah. So let me show you that Linux machines. So Linux machines is easier compared to this. Look at my screen, all of you. I have attached these machines. Guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Raj.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are
Rajesh.
able to.
Yeah. Okay, so now go to this Linux machines. Same process as you did in the Windows, but command. Sorry. Now here, yeah, I'll become a root. Now, how do I know that whether disk is attached or not? So there's one command which is called lsblk. Okay, and you see that here, this is the one, 10 GB. Look at this. So how do I format it? So there's a way to format it, and that is, let me quickly get this is a long command, so we need to get it. EC2 add EBS lsblk. This is a command, we will get it quickly, and for that here. So now this command will tell you whether this file system which you are adding is empty or not. So the moment you get a data, that means empty. Now after that you have to make a file system. Now what algorithm data storage you use, it depends on you. So right now here we are using ext4, but you can use the different types also if you want. I did this, it was just a 10 GB, so it's just happened. After that, I'm going to create one directory under the root, new volumes. So ls hyphen, you see the new volume is got created, and this is where I'm going to mount it. So how do you mount it? There's a command for it, and that is mount command here. So this command, you are going to mount it, and now if you see that, look at this, somewhere 10 GB, and which is here. That's all. So now you can use it whatever you want. Make sense, guys, all of you? All of you? Hello?
Okay, we have got it.
Yeah. Now I'm going to teach you S3. Look at my screen, all of you. Go to S3. I'll select the S3. Remember the S3, you can access it through HTTP. Few terminologies which you need to know on S3, that includes like bucket. So in Gmail, we call it a drive, right? Here we call it a bucket. One bucket, one drive is equal to one bucket. That means if you create a Gmail account, how many drive you get it? One. What is the size of the drive? By the way, anyone? Anyone in Google Drive? Guys, are you there?
Yeah.
What is the size of drive? So it's a 15 GB, right? Yeah, but here it's more than that. So you can create as many buckets. So quickly look at this here. Here you're going to create a bucket. This is the bucket. Now I must tell you guys here, the bucket name should be globally unique. Here it's there. Please read this. It should be unique and globally. Okay. So I am going to make it global. So devops and I'll add random numbers. So it'll become a very unique. Now this bucket name, you can make it and select which region you want it. Of course, I want in Mumbai region. Okay. Now there are some ownership related stuffs are there. I'll let it be default. Here we have some access related stuff. I'll let it be default. We can modify later. And then whether you want the bucket versioning to be enabled or disabled, you can do that. Bucket versioning means what? Anyone have idea bucket versioning means what? Google Drive, do we have a versioning enabled?
I don't think so. It's not
Yes,
there.
yes, we have it. Remember that same file, if you stored in the file 2 times modify, you will have a versioning enable actually. Mind it. You are using this one, no? Google Slide, Google Word Doc, Google Excel. Remember that all?
Yeah.
So they have a versioning enable actually. So yes, here you can also enable disable same file. If you modify 5 times, you will have a record of it, and then tag it whatever you want. Okay, and after that, encryptions enable, disable, and create. That's all. So this bucket is created for you. Now there is a cost analysis also. You should spend some time after this. Once you become a pro with AWS, you should do the cost analysis, which is cheaper. EBS is cheaper or S3 cheaper? Of course S3. EBS is faster or S3 is faster? Of course EBS. Which is cost effective, which is faster, what is the size of it, which is easy to back up, and all stuff like that. Lots of cost analysis you have to do that. Okay, so please remember that. So this is the one bucket I created, and the bucket name was this one, devops. This is the one. Now it's just like a Google Drive. You can use a UI, HTTP UI, or you can use a command line also to do the sync. So Google Drive, you might be syncing with the Windows, right? After installing this what do you say, sync software. Correct now? Google Drive. All of you, guys, you guys are not responding. Everyone has to participate in these sessions.
Yes, Raj.
Yeah, so Google Drive, we create a sync actually. So same way you can create a sync through command line. So now what to do? I think you understand this. What is upload? So upload some files and folder. Let me upload some files and folder. Here you can add up files. Here you can have folder. And what files I am going to add is, let's put it in from the something from the my machines. So here some files are there, and upload it simple. I don't think so I have to, make you understand how to upload. And file succeeded, close. Now this is the file, and this is the URL of the file. Okay, so you got this file here. Like this, you can store thousands and thousands of files and folders, and cheaper way, which you can access through the UI. So how can I access the UI? Let me show you. Copy. See here. What is that? So the file is available, but it has access denied. So what we do? What we need to do? We need to play with these permissions actually now. So go to here and permissions, and this permissions you have to see that only owner can read and write. No one else can. So you have to modify these permissions. So bucket owner enforced. So what do we do? So I'm going to modify this permission using displays, and here are your permissions, and here see here, can you read this?
Yep, we can see.
Block all public access. So edit, now enable it and save it. Confirm, refresh. Still not there. So here, let me tell you here, bucket level I modify, the file level also you need to modify. So here I block all the public access off, but you have to bucket policies, you also have to modify file policies. So for that you have to go to bucket devops file. Now permissions, it's coming from the bucket enforced.
Hello everyone, if you would like to access the remaining videos of this playlist of 50 plus more tools which are coming under DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE, DataOps, GitOps, etc. Kindly become our channel members by clicking on the joining button. You would have access to 100s of playlists and 1000s of videos lifetime access with this membership. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.